Imagine a world obsessed with appearances, wealth, and power. A world where the superficial often overshadows the profound, and where material success is often mistaken for true fulfillment. Now picture a man who challenges these very notions, a man who stands as a beacon of wisdom and integrity amidst the chaos. This was Socrates, a philosopher in ancient Athens who dared to question everything. He was a man who sought to uncover deeper truths, even if it meant standing alone against the tide of popular opinion. He left behind no written works, yet his ideas echoed through millennia. His teachings were preserved through the writings of his students, like Plato, ensuring that his voice would never be silenced. How can a man who lived over 2,000 years ago still resonate with us today? What is it about his philosophy that continues to captivate and inspire? The answer lies in his relentless pursuit of truth, virtue, and the examined life. Socrates believed that an unexamined life was not worth living, and he dedicated himself to the pursuit of wisdom and self-understanding. Socrates' unwavering belief in the power of reason and self-knowledge continues to inspire us to question, to think critically, and to strive for a life of meaning and purpose. His method of inquiry, known as the Socratic method, encourages us to seek clarity and understanding through dialogue and introspection. Socrates was not a writer or a recluse. He was a man deeply engaged with his community, always eager to engage in conversation and debate. He was a man of the people, engaging in dialogues in the bustling marketplaces and public squares. He believed that wisdom was not confined to the elite, but was accessible to all who were willing to seek it. He believed that true wisdom resided not in claiming to know everything, but in acknowledging how much we don't know. This intellectual humility was at the core of his philosophy. This radical notion, coupled with his sharp wit and relentless questioning, made him both a celebrated figure and a controversial one. His willingness to challenge the status quo often put him at odds with the powerful figures of his time. His life and death stand as a testament to the enduring power of ideas and the importance of intellectual freedom. Socrates' legacy reminds us that the pursuit of truth and wisdom is a timeless endeavor, one that transcends the boundaries of time and place. Athens, in the 5th century BC, was a city buzzing with life, a place where the air was filled with the sounds of merchants, philosophers, and citizens going about their daily lives. It was a democracy, a hub of trade, and a center of intellectual ferment, where ideas flowed as freely as goods and services. Amidst this vibrant backdrop, Socrates roamed the streets, engaging anyone willing in philosophical discourse, from the young to the old, the rich to the poor. He believed that philosophy should not be confined to ivory towers. Instead, it should be accessible to all, a tool for self-improvement and societal progress, a means to elevate the mind and spirit. Socrates' classroom was the city itself, the marketplace, the gymnasium, the public baths, wherever people gathered and conversations could be sparked. He engaged with people from all walks of life, politicians, poets, artisans, slaves, and even the common man, believing that everyone had something valuable to contribute. His goal was not to impart knowledge, but to ignite the flame of critical thinking within them, to make them question and ponder deeply. He wanted people to question their assumptions, to challenge the status quo, and to arrive at their own truths through reasoned dialogue, fostering a society that valued wisdom and understanding above all. Socrates' primary tool for philosophical inquiry was a method now synonymous with his name, the Socratic method. This approach involves a series of probing questions designed to expose contradictions, challenge assumptions, and ultimately guide individuals towards deeper understanding. It's a method that values rigorous questioning over passive acceptance, encouraging active participation in the pursuit of knowledge. The Socratic method, however, was not about winning arguments or proving points. It was about dismantling preconceived notions and prompting self-reflection. Socrates believed that true knowledge resided within each individual, waiting to be unearthed through careful examination and critical thinking. He saw himself not as a teacher but as a midwife, helping others give birth to their own understanding. The unexamined life is not worth living. This famous dictum, attributed to Socrates, encapsulates his core belief in the importance of self-reflection. He argued that a life devoid of critical thinking and introspection was a life half-lived. To truly understand ourselves, our place in the world, and our values, we must engage in a constant process of self-examination. Socrates believed that self-knowledge was the cornerstone of a virtuous life. By understanding our strengths and weaknesses, our motivations and desires, we could make more informed choices, act with greater wisdom, and live more fulfilling lives. He saw this process of self-examination not as a solitary endeavor, but as a shared human experience, best pursued through dialogue and engagement with others. Socrates, intriguingly, left behind no written works. This absence of a written record makes him a figure shrouded in a certain mystique. Our understanding of his life and philosophy comes primarily from the writings of his students, most notably Plato. So why didn't Socrates commit his ideas to writing? Well, the answer might lie in his emphasis on dialogue and the fluidity of thought. Socrates believed that true understanding emerged from the dynamic back and forth of conversation. He saw writing as a static form of communication, unable to capture the nuances and complexities of spoken dialogue. He feared that written words could be misinterpreted, taken out of context, and ultimately stifle the very process of inquiry he held dear. Athens, despite its democratic ideals, was not immune to political turmoil. Socrates lived through a period of great upheaval, including the Peloponnesian War and the rule of the 30 tyrants, a brutal oligarchy that seized power after Athens' defeat. During this time, Socrates' commitment to truth and justice put him at odds with the ruling elite. Socrates refused to compromise his principles, even when it meant defying the authorities. He publicly criticized the 30 tyrants' reign of terror, earning their ire. This unwavering commitment to his values, even in the face of danger, cemented his reputation as a man of integrity and principle. In 399 BC, Socrates was put on trial. The charges against him: impiety towards the gods and corrupting the youth of Athens. These were serious accusations, carrying the weight of the death penalty. The trial of Socrates became a defining moment in Athenian history, a clash between tradition and free thought. Socrates' accusers claimed that his relentless questioning undermined traditional beliefs and values. They feared that his influence on young minds would lead to social unrest and the erosion of Athenian society. However, Socrates saw his role not as a destroyer of tradition, but as a catalyst for critical thinking. He believed that a society that silenced dissent and stifled intellectual inquiry was a society on the path to stagnation. Socrates' trial ended in a guilty verdict. He was sentenced to death by drinking hemlock, a potent poison. Even in the face of his impending death, Socrates remained calm and composed. He saw his death not as a defeat, but as an opportunity to demonstrate his commitment to his principles. His death shocked Athens. It ignited a debate about justice, intellectual freedom, and the role of the individual in society. Socrates' willingness to die for his beliefs transformed him into a martyr for free thought. His legacy would inspire generations of philosophers, writers, and thinkers who dared to question the status quo and challenge conventional wisdom. Socrates' impact on Western philosophy is immeasurable. He is considered the father of Western philosophy, laying the groundwork for the development of logic, ethics, and political philosophy. His emphasis on reason, self-knowledge, and the pursuit of virtue continues to resonate with us today. Socrates' ideas influenced Plato, who in turn influenced Aristotle. These three thinkers formed the bedrock of Western philosophical thought, their ideas shaping everything from political systems to religious doctrines to scientific inquiry. Socrates' legacy is a testament to the enduring power of ideas and their ability to transcend time and culture. In our age of information overload, where every second brings a new update or notification and rapid technological advancement, Socrates' emphasis on critical thinking and self-reflection is more relevant than ever. His teachings transcend time, offering wisdom that cuts through the noise of our digital age. We are bombarded with information from all sides, making it difficult to discern truth from falsehood, fact from opinion. The sheer volume of data can be overwhelming, leading to confusion and misinformation. Socrates reminds us of the importance of questioning assumptions, challenging authority, and engaging in thoughtful dialogue. His method of inquiry, known as the Socratic method, encourages us to dig deeper and seek clarity. Socrates' life and death serve as a powerful reminder that the pursuit of truth and justice often comes at a cost. His trial and execution highlight the dangers of standing up for one's beliefs in the face of societal opposition. He teaches us that a life lived in service of these ideals, even in the face of adversity, is a life worth living. His resilience and unwavering commitment to his principles inspire us to stay true to our values. Socrates' legacy is a call to action, urging us to engage in the world with open minds, critical thinking, and an unwavering commitment to truth and justice. His timeless voice continues to guide us, reminding us of the power of thoughtful reflection and the importance of living a principled life.